Welcome to the Say Your Mind podcast live show, guys. I am so glad to be here. I am your host for this evening. My name is Audrey. And you know what? I literally manifested this gift. The spirit really came through. It's the spirit. Guys, yeah, do you know what? I think to warm us up, I think it's only right that we indulge in a bit of reverse cultural appropriation. So, right? So nice to see you, Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are laughing because I wrote these jokes myself. And if you know anything about me, you know I kind of like see myself as a little bit of a stand-up comedian. So like, Kelechi's really out here just making dreams come true. Do you know what I mean? But guys, yeah, I'm not being funny, yeah. I really love Kelechi and everything. I'm sorry that grandma died and everything, yeah. But does anybody else find themselves using Kelechiisms? Like, you'll just be out here talking about people in their straggly braids, people in their long throats. And you know what, yeah, we don't cuss anymore. We rain curses. Like, we rain curses on people that do us dirty. Like, it's so bad, I've even started calling my own brother Sadiq. Like, honestly, that's how bad it is. But you know what, we're only in April and so much mad stuff has already happened. Like, if it isn't Kim K and Molly May telling us to work harder, like, Will Smith slaps the absolute piss out of Chris Rock. Like, I don't know about y'all, but when I woke up on Monday morning and heard that news, I was like, I'm sorry, what? Really? But you know what? I genuinely think the message is, don't play with people. Like, you don't know what hill someone is willing to die on. Do you know what I mean? So, act up, you get smacked up. But anyway, let's get into the show, guys. We've got so much lined up for you. It's going to be so fun. However, has anyone ever wondered who sings the theme tune? Make some noise if you thought it was Sadiq. Because I really thought it was Sadiq, and it really isn't. But to get us into the show, we've got a live rendition. So make all of the noise for the amazing Khalil. Oh, he fine too.
Let's go. Baby boy, baby girl. Turn it up. One more time.
Let's take it from the top.
Baby boy, baby girl, you need to hear this. Baby, sit down, we see this real this. Make sure the cup's ready for the tea, I can sip it. Hey! Hot and scalding for your long throat. You might learn something you never knew. Kelechi fine, and she's one of a kind. Say your mind, say your mind.
Guys, girls, non-binaries, yeah? Not only is that a bot, but he is fine. Like, hello? Okay, so I think it's time to introduce the lady of the hour. So guys, make some noise for the amazing, the legendary, the incomparable, Miss Kelechi Okafor.
But I didn't get it, so I don't know. Can I have my Benz Panani, please, Julian? Thank you very much. Hi, all.
Cartel, but how you Benz beat them bad?
Baby, you got the pussy. That's better. You don't know me much, nigga. So come with me, my superstar. but me no want it.
Me a request a girl with Benz Punani. Thank you.
The pussy would have been nowhere and it no care.
Thank you. Thank you, Audrey. Pleasure. Wow, this is so exciting. Hi, everyone. Sold out in that. Thank you. Look at the straws. All of the straws.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And do you know what? You were just saying that you didn't have straws.
I didn't bring straws.
And the audience came through and
Manifesting.
they manifest and spirit will provide.
When Sadiq said you can't manifest, you have to steal. I got that. So, obviously, I'm thankful to have Audrey here with me this evening. Because Audrey knows the show really, really well, right? How well do you lot know the show? What would I do at this point? The song's just stopped. What happens? I sing a song. So I couldn't really choose. I couldn't really choose a song, but I could choose a topic. What topic has been happening? Why? It was the way he went, like he even, oh mate. We'll get onto that later, but basically, I was stuck on the slap. I was just like, oh, you know when something is so inspirational? You know that's my bag.
It really is.
You know, when I saw that slap, I said, my time is now, yes! Kelechi, arise! So I was stuck between two songs. And obviously, because I was stuck between two songs, I couldn't exactly learn them. So if I said to you that one of the songs was Akon. Locked Up. So if I said that the song was Locked Up, what do you think the line would have been? Oi! 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 Oi!
On the job.
You just know. So let's try it, Julian. Let's see what I've got. Let's see if it works. It's a long intro still. Give it time, give it time.
Give them.
I wish I had a wife beater, just on. I'm steady trying to find a motive. Why Will slap that dude? His open palm got much closer. His jaw went 2:15. His lip is swollen. Carried on presenting. Oscar Cox patrolling. Manny got slapped up, Manny got slapped up, and Will cussed him out. Will cussed him out. He got slapped up, and Will cussed him out. Oh, then Will cussed him out. Thank you! Woo! Some people are like, it was violence. We shouldn't be teaching that to our... Come on. We'll get to that one later. Relax. Relax. We'll talk about it. Relax. Don't take everything so serious. It's not like you're Chris Rock's jaw. So, and so then I was like, you know what? That slapped. No, but I have an idea for another song. So if it was Drake, and I said one dance, and that's why I gave you, because it was only one, so that works perfectly with the song. It works perfectly with the song. Okay, so let me see if I can do that one. Don't you know how sometimes I struggle with the syllables, innit? Like forcing them all into the song. So at one point it's gonna go left. Just go with it. Go with it. Yeah, just go with it. All right, so let's try that one, Julian.
Baby, I like your style.
Fingerprints on your face, front way, not back way. You know that I don't play. Oscar's not safe, and you cannot run away. As I step on the stage, I'm an OG. I
just. Take a seat, my darling.
Thank you. God
Didn't
is
she
good.
kill that? That was lit. Like, okay, so you only sold out this venue in like less than what? Matter of hours?
Yeah. No, honestly, it feels amazing because when was it? Was it 2020? 2020, there was a wayward journalist who was trying... who was like, trying to start a whole thing because people were losing their minds online, just moving mad, and she was trying to write a piece on it. And I was like, but why would you be writing a piece on it? You've been following me for a minute. She said, well, it's not like your household name. How was I meant to know? Well, these are many households.
Exactly. Many
Households.
Many. And do you know what, yeah? Like, I feel like you give us so much, right? Like, Kelechi, you're just always overextending yourself and you're so lit. But what do you think is the biggest misconception about you?
I think it's that, like, people think I'm really, really fiery. And I feel like those who know me, I'm just chill.
You're calm, yeah.
I'm actually a big softie, but I feel like while you're operating in Babylon, you have to have like a front that precedes you. And so you can save your softness, you can save the beautiful parts of yourself for those, that you care about.
Absolutely.
So I think that matters. Otherwise you just lose it.
100%. You can't just be letting everybody see all sides of you.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to reserve.
They'll take you for idiot. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. They
I just
stay
came online and I
shining.
was like, guys, I love daffodils. And I just want to... the way that they'll find themselves in my mentions.
Yeah.
So you just have to shop online and be like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just got to give them that smoke. And how does it feel to have a career based on just being yourself?
Amazing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's lit. Yeah.
It's great because you don't have to worry, and obviously we'll talk about that later, but you don't have to worry about, when will they find out the real me, fam? That's what you've got.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
see
yeah.
is what you get. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. In fact, I'm showing you my worst self.
Yeah.
So then
exactly.
later, I save the best of me for everyone, for everyone else. You can have the worst.
100 million%. And how has the podcast changed your life?
Wow. I think that, like I always say, like, it's a love letter to myself. So I started it and I was just like, I want to start something because obviously we know that throughout, colonization and all of that stuff, so much of our artifacts got burnt. And even before that, if we're talking about how the kind of patriarchy kind of took over so many of our narratives, the work that women did do, just gone. Like, people don't want to go there, but how is it that the Bible only has stories written by men? When do they have the time?
That's a word. It's actually...
Like... so like, I'm just like, facts are clearly missing. So you just look at those things and you feel like, you're thinking like throughout history, women's voices have been taken out and we've only been like represented and then misrepresented, And then when you add race or class, all of that to the narrative, there's so many people throughout history that's been lost. So when we have the opportunity to digitize our histories, then why wouldn't we? Because this podcast has gone far and wide now, so you can't delete it.
Yeah, it's too late, Hans.
Yeah. Downloaded it, haha.
Exactly, absolutely.
So I think that's what it is. Like, because of that, being able to have a community, like everyone in this room, having that connection with people. And you can walk like down the street around London and people are like, oh, I love the podcast. That means the world to me because I'm like, okay, so we're on the same page.
Your vibes. Yeah.
The girls who get it.
Absolutely. Gang. Gang. All right, so it wouldn't be Say Your Mind unless we indulge in a bit of tarot, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. And to join us, we've got the amazing Kevin Morosky. The podcast favorite. Make some noise!
Baby love.
Hello. A man really came out here and remixed Akon. You're not serious.
The inspiration was just, and I knew when it happened, I wanted to message you straight away and be like, did you see what I just seen? Like, that is so us. This just, that's, yeah.
100%. Along with Fantasia's When I See You.
When I see you. That's what he should have said when he was getting up on stage.
100%.
When I see you. See? Just ruin the song for people that loved it for romance reasons.
I never, yeah, but we never thought of it as a romance song. It was an on-site
Yeah,
song.
it was also when I get nervous when I think about you might walk by, yeah.
On it.
But it's not that nervousness of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like, oh, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Because you went to the church of Chat Shit Get Banged.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I went to the church of I press triggers, not buttons.
Wow. Wow. You know. But did you get the pins? Did you see the pins outside? Yes, because you were all on my case about that. And I said blatantly on the podcast, I don't ever want to make merch again. Here you lot come. Oh, hey, I know that you said you didn't want to make merch ever again. But if we could just get one thing. There you go. You've got your things. So I've got your affirmation cards here as well. So I thought that, let's do a tarot pull. So what I'm going to do is, you can let us know, audience, what are we focusing on? I have the ushers got a mic. Someone got a mic? We're going to go and look for a microphone. Jesus! Your age mates are holding it. So, the only reason I need the mic specifically is because, Brent is here. For those, have you guys actually seen Brent?
Brent is sexy to read.
Brent's here. When you see Brent, you'll see Brent.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm asking because Brent needs to pick up the audio feed so we can hear the question that you ask for the tarot. But let's see who wants to be the one to ask the question for the tarot. Okay, Jonathan. Saw you straight away. Of all the seats, of course you would be right there. Right in the middle. No, because I want to pick it up on the audio feed. Oh, they're having dramas. Let's see.
Dynamite.
Oh, they found it. They're now going to pass it to you. They're passing it over. So while it's coming over, I'm just going to shuffle this. Yes, exactly.
1, 2, 1, 2. Hi. Yeah, I think for most of us, I want to know how we're going to navigate life post-COVID, because a lot's changed, and I think we're not addressing this change of energy that's happened pre and during and now after COVID. I feel like we're all just going into the abyss with, it's a new thing. We can't pretend it's pre-COVID times, basically. I think we want to learn how to navigate, how to move through the new times and what's coming and what changes are coming.
Question.
Thank you.
That's excellent.
Right?
That's excellent. Okay.
Right?
Yes.
See it there? Imagine a hood tarot session. I'll grab my mic in a second. But imagine a hood a hood tarot session like that. We're both sitting there and I'm like, yeah, you see it there? Straight like that. You haven't even started. You haven't told the person what you're reading for them and you're both like, yeah. So let's see. Oh. Okay. Oh! Nice. So I'll start us off with what I see, and then Kevin, you're going to read this one as well to add to the flavor to it. And then this came out like that, and then this came out like that, and then this was like this. All right. So the first card that came out based on that question is: the Creator gave you the ability to create. Use it wisely. So that's from the Say Your Mind. That's from the Say Your Mind affirmation card deck, and I'm using the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas, and then I'm using the I'm Just a Mirror and Other Things to Say to Yourself When Creating in Babylon by Kevin Morosky. So I'm using those 3 cards. So the first card is the Creator gave you the ability to create. Use it wisely. I don't see how much more clear that can be. We're having a hard reset. And people keep trying to fight against it. Like they keep trying to, like you say, think that they can go back to the way that things were, especially the corporations, especially, these organizations that people are working with. They're proper trying to bully you, man, into being like, well, you have to come back to the office because now no. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. They really need to get that energy, and we're going to talk about it much later because one of the subjects is about the Amazon union, workers' union that's formed. That is a perfect example. You can't keep bullying people anymore, and there's so many more of us than there are of oppressive structures, right? Or, the people who are leading or enforcing these oppressive dynamics. There's way more of us than there are of them, but for some reason, we feel disempowered to do something. And, you get pockets of mobilization, but when it comes to like being cohesive and doing something, people get scared. I feel like a lot of people are actually scared about the idea of community because community requires vulnerability, and that just seems way too scary to trust people that you don't know, to trust strangers with the softest part of you, literally like what we were saying earlier. But actually, as much of a joke as I make of it, we aren't going to go anywhere unless we do allow people to see the softer sides of us, because if you don't let people know where you're hurting, then how can you heal? So as much as we talk about self-care doesn't happen in a vacuum. You can't self-care your way out of systemic oppression. There comes a point where there has to be a collective self-care where we are responsible for each other. And by doing that, we are then, there's enough of us to challenge. Putin's one man. Boris Johnson is one man. Sometimes I look at them as individuals and I'm like, I could beat you up. Like, don't you ever just look at them and you're just like, if like me and you one-on-one, I'll cart you. Like, what? But you're allowed to tell me what, and it's not even necessarily just in a physical sense. Like, I know that I'm smarter than you. I know so many things, and I know that I care about people more than you do. So how is it that you're in the position that you're in and I'm where I am? No. We need to do a switcheroo. And I feel like that is what we are getting. We are seeing essentially this switcheroo happening. Nobody believed. When I was doing the earlier tarot readings and I was talking about this veil moving back and you being able to see that all of these things that they try to enforce upon us, it's just bullshit. And then all of it started happening, and then Prince Andrew's own was out there like that. Boris, Matt Hancock and his long back gal. So many things. Like, look how COVID just made the whole world lock off. Like, everything just stopped. And that's not the only time that's going to happen, People think that, we made it out of that one. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Like, and that's not necessarily like for us to fear. It's not for us to fear. It's like once we've experienced that, we know what that first time or second, third, or what that time was like. It means that when we see something about to happen again, it's like, this is our time. Them times that everyone was marching. It's going to be that energy constantly. Like, everyone just gets added up.
That's the thing as well. I think as soon as you name, there's power in naming the thing and what the feeling is. And I think the heaviness, I feel like your question was alluding to. One thing that we're not talking about is actually the thing of this realization. It's happening twice. So it's COVID and the way they're dancing all around the place, making rules, la 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 la, and like, no, we can't do this. But my guy, like with the missing hairline and the 64 children is having parties. But also what's happening is there's two forms of gaslighting. There's that idiot in number 10. And then there's also the conversations that were meant to be happening in 2020.
We're listening and learning.
And so there's a lot, I feel like I can't be the only one. They've tried to revert
And like, oh yeah, we did that for like a week or two. It was a cute trend. We're going back now. And so we're kind of here like, hold on, what's going on? And you lot just blatantly now gaslighting us. Before, it was kind of from a different angle where it was like, we don't know what we're doing, but we exposed that you knew what you were doing, right?
Playing it off as incompetence. Yeah.
Right.
But it's a strategized,
Right.
effort to keep us where we are. And also that heaviness, as you mentioned, is really important because if you don't feel motivated, energized enough to interact with life and you just go through the motions, that's perfect for a system that just wants you to be a
Right.
worker. Like, of course, don't feel anything, just do what you've been told. But that's why it is radical for us to prioritize joy and to prioritize peace, because that is the re-energizing force that then allows us to interact with society in a way that's intentional. And that is hopefully what we should be aiming for. So from the the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas, we've got the first card flew out, Justice. And she's cute, she's wearing a red dress, you know, thigh slip up, yeah. And it's a Libra card, like me. But this card is important because she's meant to be unable to see what's happening around her, but we see a tear falling from her eye, and she's got the sword and she's got the scales, and clearly the scales aren't even balanced right now. And then it's like she's walking away from where she came from and she's walking to a new destination. So what that makes me think is that, again, and also this makes me think about the fact that end of September, October, there's something that's going to make you feel better about what you're seeing in the world, as in something's going to happen that you're like, oh, okay, so when I'm not mad then, something, you know, we are going to see a change, because they're going to try and make you feel like you're not going to see anything, basically. But we came from something to achieve something. We came from somewhere to achieve something. And you can't really forget that. Like, every single person in this room, you matter, your power matters, and you just can't forget it. You can't forget it. We're not, you know, people say that, you know, they admire my strength or, you know, my confidence. I don't necessarily think I'm that strong or that confident. I just prioritize the fact that I don't know how long I've got to be here. But in Yoruba cosmology, they talk about the fact that, you know, and I've mentioned it on the podcast before, that Earth is a marketplace. You've literally come here to trade your wares, as in the individual gifts that we have. You've come here to trade it, as in to benefit, you know, and to get the most out of it. You do something with it, you get something back, you're out. You know, that's not like, oh, you're going to be here for 5 minutes. But really, in the eyes of eternity, it feels like 5 minutes. So what are the gifts that you have? What are the things that you have within you? Because these are the things that we need to be thinking of next. As everything is crumbling, what are we hoping to rebuild in its place? A policeman was wanking in a park. Do you know, like, how mad that is? Man was wearing his uniform and he said, I cannot wait. Immediately. Do you know how wild that is? But we needed to see that, because before they were telling us that it's only a few bad apples. I gave that example. So they're saying to us that there's only a few bad apples, yet we've seen a policeman in his uniform in the middle of the park with his phone wanking, just with his wee out, right? Because we're again being shown that no matter which way people try to play it, and like you say, gaslight us, we're going to have to get to the matter, which is these institutions need to go. But when they go, what do you want in its place? And to be fair, I don't think enough of us are doing the research of what replaces this. We're like, we don't want this anymore. Okay, so what do you want? I don't know. Well, you got to start thinking, baby, you know? Because the problem is, if you don't start thinking about what you want, other groups of people are going to put something in that place, and then you're going to start complaining again about,
But this is why, as well, big up to everyone here, and big up to you, especially for selling this out, right? Because one way of rebuilding and doing these things is just building your own doors, your own tables, all of the things. And this is what this is. Like, cuteness aside, you are building your own. That's why they can't touch her or like take her off. And if you can't, you own the building.
Amen.
Do you understand? And so it is about all of us coming together in this really, like, it's a simple way. Like, cool, we're supporting the thing. Put our money where our mouth is and be involved. Like, that's also another form. But yeah, it is also about thinking about what goes. I'd love to see a Bashment Hall at number 10.
today and Downing Street. That'd be great. The next card we've got is the Seven of Pentacles in, upright. And I've talked to you, and she's wearing a red dress as well. There's something about that red dress. Look out for somebody wearing a red dress on TV, because clearly something's about to go down that day. But yeah, Seven of Pentacles here, and she's trying to sniff the leaves. I guess she's trying to smell the flowers. But she's got Seven Pentacles, and you know we've spoken about this before. Patience, because you don't take down a system that's been in place for centuries overnight, and you don't put something that you want as a legacy in its place overnight. So be patient with those around you. But I don't think you should be patient with organizations. That's not what I'm saying. They need to be battered up immediately. Because the more time that they're given, they're like, oh, we're listening and learning. We're trying to figure it out. How much are you trying to figure out? Because again, I will give the example of when you man wanted to rally for Ukraine, everyone could do that fast. I've never seen mobilization that's that quick amongst white Europeans. I've never seen people move that fast. All the people that were telling you before, like, oh, look, so I'm going to add you on social media, and it's going to be totally fine because I don't post anything political. Suddenly, everyone's flag. And I love it for you, man. But where was that energy for everything else that's happening in the world? That means that you choose the things that you care about. So the same energy that people en masse could give to that, we need to garner that same energy to give to the things that we know are, the foundational things that must change in society. We need to be, doing that and doing it unapologetically. Obviously, I know that people have formal employment and things like that. This is the only time that I will advocate for a burner. Get on that burner. Get on that burner and deal with your workplace. I want the comms team to log in on a Monday and be like, Gary, come over here. This account has been calling us all sorts of pussy clout for 13 hours. Just drag them, because they have to know, somebody has to tell them something needs to change. So we've got that Seven of Pentacles telling us to be patient with ourselves, but not to be patient with the institutions that need to go. We need to give them more heat. The same way that Jamaica were like, Kate, Wills, get out. The moon in reverse. A lot of work needs to be done on the intuition. There has to be more. We're too focused on this physical realm. It's nice to have a cute shoe and a cute bag, but I promise you, you can't take it with you when you're going. What are you doing past this? What are you doing past this point, this present moment? What are you going to do? You need to focus on training your intuition. There has to be that part of you, because we talk about self-confidence. You can only be confident in something that you trust, right? You can only vouch for something that you trust. Now, if you don't trust yourself, then how are you going to vouch for yourself, So training your intuition is how you learn to trust yourself. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles here in reverse. You cannot be scared of being left out in the cold. When you claim your truth, you will always find your community. You will. And, it's amazing to me to be in this space, in this room with all of you. And then think back to like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, when people were still like, oh, she's so angry. Oh, I don't want to listen to her podcast. It's so long. It's so da-da-da. To the point where we're here. And that's only, and it's only because we stopped at this point, because this was the venue that I just randomly like, okay, I'll choose that one. So what if I chosen a bigger venue? Like, what would have, happened there? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, like, I couldn't have stayed where I was and been scared of being left out in the cold, because I'd rather be there on the way to somewhere in that cold than to be staying somewhere where it's just horrid and feels like hell, So that is the message. If you've got to speak up in your family, if you've got to speak up in your workplace, you've got to do it, because you don't know how long you have. I pray that we all have long, amazing lives, with good health, but we still don't know how long we have. So you don't want to go out feeling like a coward or like you didn't do what you were meant to do. Like, speak up for you, and you'll see that things change. Because sometimes we're like, oh, what if I say this and then things don't change? What if I put this forward in my workplace and then things don't change, or they fire me? Look, even if they do, that wasn't your place. And of course, it sounds like I'm saying that and it's woo-woo. You're like, Kelechi, have you seen the energy bill, right? Have you seen the price hike? You and your white dress. You know how someone can, anytime someone insults you and they say you and, it's over for you. Look at you and your white dress. So no, like you don't. But what I'm saying is that, like, of course, we are realistic. We know the things that are happening in our society, but at the same time, even if you say your truth somewhere and people aren't feeling it, that wasn't your space to be. I promise you, the places that are meant for you, you will be celebrated. You will feel growth. You know, my closest, my nearest and dearest, I feel like I grow every time I'm with them. You know, I feel enriched, and that's what I want for us all. Kevin?
Yeah, I'll just add to that quickly. Because it's kind of in the realm of manifestation, which we talk about all the time, and a law of attraction, and where you're at right now, if it is causing you pain, if it is causing you discomfort, self-doubt, all of that, you're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
Your ancestors do not want that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So move out of that space, and I promise you, like when I'm on internet with you and we're doing da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, how did you guys do that? It's like, because we are where we're meant to be.
Yeah.
And so everything just rolls. Like, my life isn't hard, you know, at all. I ask for the thing, I get on with it, it shows up a week or two later, I promise. Because I'm living within my purpose and I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing. And that's not it's nothing special about me. I'm just trying to move in good vibes with the people that I love. And I swear, if you step into that, boom, promise you. This card on the front says, I thought of you this morning at the bus stop, which is a quote from Katya on, does anyone watch RuPaul's Drag Race? So basically, quickly, for those who don't, there was another drag queen on the show, right? And she told a story about how her mum left her at the bus stop. And then they did a reading challenge, and then one of the other drag queens was like, yeah, I thought of you this morning at the bus stop. And just like, so that's where that card comes from. But on the back, what it says is, often people create drama or dance around the truth when they have no idea what they are doing, Boris. Leave them to argue with themselves. That's not what you came for. They will cry fake tearless tears, claiming abandonment. True or not, what is most important is that you didn't abandon your mental health. Because at the end of the day, what we are all here for is ourselves.
Yes.
We have to start here. Like, I think I'm dope.
Yeah. You are?
Thank you. And so from that foundation, then I'm able to just help whoever and anyone that I want because my foundation is solid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing that they're constantly trying to move you away from and gaslight you away from. Just moving you away from your magic. There was a magical thing that happened in lockdown. Yes, it was shitty in certain spaces. Like for me, particularly, I'm an introvert. So I was like, great, no people, perfect. For some of you, it's like, I want to be out there and I get it. Right? But there was a magical thing where things changed and we realized we had to interact and like move with common sense and respect people's time and all of these things. And slowly they're trying to push you back into that thing. And that's the friction that I think your question again was like referring to, because it's like, well, no, we've seen a better way to interact with each other. And that's why it's a bit mad at the moment, because I feel like half of us are like, no, I kind of want that thing that we were doing. But then like, oh, like the normal thing, let's do the normal thing. And like, we just have to stick it out. We have to back each other.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. And Jonathan, you tweeted something like that recently, didn't you? Oh, yeah. As recently as today. What did you say? Audrey? Okay.
That's a word.
It's a true story.
That's a word.
It's a true story. You know, it gave us all a chance to pause and breathe and just be like, hold on, why are you in my house? Why are we still together?
Why are you in my house? Harper, who's that woman?
Get out! No. Tin Fidel.
You are wild. Wild.
But it did. It gave us a second to pause and be like, this isn't working. I want to paint the fun room pink, whatever. Like, it was just like, I don't want to do this. I want to paint. It actually, to the letter, the girl wrote the letter and was like, I'm nearly 30 and like, I have no
32.
time. 32.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Like, all the time in the world, like, you know, we really do. And you know that thing of like, we're our ancestors' wildest
Dreams.
It's so true. So true. Like, we can all be so happy. We just have to get rid of these. I was going to say a bad word, but
But we do. We all have the capacity to, and we all deserve it. It's our birthright to feel joy. We didn't come here to come and do up suffering, even though people were writing them threads about, my grandma used to wake up at 2:45 a.m. It's like, shut up, man. Why did none of you fuckers get up and help your grandma?
Exactly.
They were writing these threads, and I was like, what the fuck? Get up! Why are you sleeping? Get up! But yeah, no, we all deserve joy. But the thing about joy is that you have to be willing to fight for it. For some reason, people still keep thinking that, oh, you know, it's going to get dropped on your lap. And so on a final note, all I will say is that while we exist in a white supremacist heteropatriarchal society that uses violence, it utilizes violence against us every single day, you cannot take violence off the table. You know, like people like to, I feel like we need to really make that point because it really annoyed me when people were like, violence isn't the answer, violence isn't the answer, but it seems to be what people keep answering the question with. So I'm not saying that, oh, go out and bad people up, but at the same time, I think that you need to get a bit more comfortable interacting with conversations about violence because you keep thinking that people who don't want the best for you are just magically going to wake up one day and go, you know what, those nignogs. Let them have a home. Give them a flat. Some ceiling, just some ceiling, not all of the ceiling. Big up yourself, Quajo, you're there. You know, we have to be willing to fight for the things that we hold dear, you know, and that's not saying that you need to go and do physical mass boss, but you have to be willing to call some things out. Your joy isn't going to just be waiting. And also, I keep saying this to you lot, like Audrey was saying earlier when she was, you know, telling us her amazing jokes. You have to be ready to rain curses on people. And make it rain. Like you've got to be ready to cast people out and speak your truth. I feel like they're not
going to give you the same people who watch their grandparents get up at 2:45 in the morning. are not then going to come and be like, here you go.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. We said this to each other before. When you find peace, that's when you're ready for war to protect that peace.
Yes.
If you've never had peace,
That's the word.
my house is peaceful.
Yeah.
So then when you interrupt me, that's why I'm so wild, because I'm like, you're taking me out of where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to clear your shit,
Yeah.
then go back.
I think that's a great note to end the tarot on. Yeah. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Guys, girls, and non-binaries, make some noise from Kevin, please.
Woo!
He's such a, one of my favourite guests, that comes on the podcast. I love it so, so much. Okay, so, first of all, the tarot was hitting. The tarot always hits, and anytime it hits, I hit Kelechi, and I'm like, you were speaking to me again. So on point, so I love that for all of us. So, we're going in order of the podcast. So, what's next after tarot? You guys be knowing. Okay, yeah, absolutely. So we've got share your magnificence, can't even speak. So the world is full of fuckery. So it really is nice to give people their flowers and shout people out for the amazing things they do.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you guys the chance to do that. You've got 30 seconds to share your magnificence.
30.
I'm gonna go first, so you guys know what we're working with. So in true podcast style, dear Kelechi, first of all, I have to say I love you so much. You've taught me so, so much. And I used to be a shrinking violet, and now I just cuss people the fuck out all the time. In the office, at the tube station. So I want to thank you. I want to big up my husband, Will Smith. Because he really defended my honour this week at a rather prestigious event. And I really, really, really appreciate him. So here's to him. So that's just a quick example. So if anyone is in the audience that wants to share their magnificence, put your hands up. Ooh, the lovely lady with the straws at the front. Do you know, you can use my mic because you're here. I love your outfit.
Gotta get ready to move with those mics, people.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah, and I'm one of Kelechi's biggest fans. I just want to thank you for everything that you do. You're amazing. I love your podcast. I love you. I've been crying ever since I met you in 2019. Yes, I will still bring this up because it was fucking hilarious. I also want to thank you because you introduced me to Leona Nicole Black. Bop, bop. And today, I actually met up with all of them, House of Black, for drinks, before we met for Say Your Mind podcast. So I want to thank you for introducing me to her. I want to thank you for everyone that you hold space for. You're amazing. We love you. You're incredible. All the straws.
Thank you. How many are we doing, Audrey?
Pardon?
How many are we doing? How many are we doing?
We're going to do...
Because we said, so 10 of them.
Yeah,
they've
we're going
got
to do
30
10.
seconds.
We're going to 10, yeah. If we keep it moving, then we might be able to squeeze more in.
And
So
Audrey's going to time. No, I'm going to time you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to time you. So, Sarah, please grab yourself a gift from the front.
Absolutely, yes, please.
help
We have
yourself
gifts
to a
for
gift
you,
from
ma'am.
the front. You get a gift. You get a gift.
Yay. Okay, who is next? Okay, I saw you first, lady with the brown top.
Is that scarf?
Can we get
Which
a
one?
mic?
Pass it over.
I actually want to do
So
something.
if we've got one mic on this level, if we've got a mic on that level? So I heard someone like, no.
Hey. Okay, so before you go, name, age, where you're from, and pronouns, please.
Clementina. I'm 28 years old. What else?
Where you from?
London. North
Pronouns?
West. She.
Okay, let's go.
Yes. Dear Kelechi, I want to say my risk is you because you taught me how to be confident at work, how to cuss people out. Yes.
Not Audrey knowing the layout.
Exactly. When they talk about Black Lives Matter and they were saying, oh, because people have left hands, I said, no, we don't have healthcare. People treat us shit. So I cuss people out at work. I'm so proud of myself.
I love that. Love that for you.
Giving me the confidence to leave my job when I didn't get promoted over someone who's has not worked for even 2 years, and I was doing the job of 2 people, and I had the confidence to leave and get the double the pay nearly. So thank you for that. And thank you for telling me that I'm allowed to have joy and I deserve to be treated well.
Yes.
When you're ready, please come and grab something later on.
Please come to the front and grab your gift. Who's next? What's your name? What's your age? Where are you from? What's your pronouns?
Hi, I'm Toomey. I'm 30 and I'm from London. I'm she.
Hey.
I discovered you through my friend Priscilla. And I'm a big F1 fan.
Bop.
Yes. So I just want to share my appreciation for you.
Thank you.
And so I'm a teacher.
Okay.
And
I believe the children are our
it's
future.
been a long, treacherous journey. But in my school, I started a Black members of staff discussion group.
Oh, nice.
After some nonsense that happened, and it's completely changed the whole environment. And it was after listening to your podcast that I kind of got the confidence to do it. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love that. That is amazing.
Let's pass it further back because you lot are passing it along. Let's make sure that, because look at that arm. That arm is
she's
stretched.
really stretched.
My God.
I got you, sis.
She's got
Touching
something
the
to get
upper
off her
circle
chest.
and that. So after you,
After you, we'll pass it back.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hi, I'm
Hi.
Kat.
Yes.
I'm 26. I'm from Connecticut.
Hey.
I literally flew in this morning.
Oh, wow. Not the tri-state area. Wow.
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you, Kalechi, for being yourself and holding space for Black women. Through you holding space for yourself, you hold space for us.
Yes.
And I am so thankful. Through you, I've really connected with my tarot, with my ancestors. I put down my cat recently, and I recently found out that, like, definitely reincarnation of my grandpa, like, big shit. And and you're a bad bitch. You look
Period.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Your lights are
Thank
shining,
you.
and you look beautiful.
Big purr. Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. All the way from the tri-state area. I love that for us.
Right.
Just a quick thing.
Just a quick one. Just a quick one.
Just a quick one. So my name is Dapo.
Hey, Bill.
Where's he at?
He, him.
Oh,
Over here.
there you are.
Quick thing, innit? Fam, you're killing it, man. I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Oh, big
Thank
purr.
you, Dapo.
Big purr.
Thank you for everything.
Hey, boo. What's your name? What's your age? Where you from? What's your
I didn't
pronouns?
think this through. Hi, I'm Shah. Hi, Kalechi.
Hey, Boo.
Oh, hi, Shah.
Clubhouse gang. That's where you'll find both of you. That's where they'll be fighting. Hey, gang.
Oh, gang. Just realised. I'm from Lowestoft. Nobody knows what that is. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
We love you.
Nobody black needs to end up there. Trust me. And my pronouns are she, her. I just wanna share my magnificence about Black women.
Okay.
Big purr.
And anybody that follows me online, anybody that knows a bit about my story, I don't want to go into it right now. I was raised by a strong Black woman that was a leader of a political party at my age.
Wow.
I can't even afford electricity. My mother was really...
Use no fault of your own.
My mother had 2 kids and sent us both through private boarding school, and I can't afford electricity. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. But no, I just want to say, Black women, I love you all so much. I love you all so much. And I think... Oh, I mean...
Yeah. We can't advocate for everybody.
Like I say, listen, certain biracial writers don't know how to throw hands because I would never...
No, it was a writer. She said biracial writer. There was a specific Vive la Revolution.
Listen, I wouldn't share an award with a book that's better than mine, but anyway, that's none of my business. No, all the Black women that are in this room and know the vibes, like, I love you all so much. And thank you, Kalechi, for making space for us every single time. Thank you, Audrey and Tolly. I know she's probably not here, but, you know, Black women, we are honestly doing that, and we don't. And I just love how fearlessly we're loving each other because bloody hell, the world isn't going to. And shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't give a eck. As Audrey would say, I don't give an eck. I don't care what the conversation was. Me too, I want a man to slap somebody for me. Oh.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shah.
Shah was 2 minutes, you know.
Shah, you're amazing.
Oh, sorry, Shah
We
was
love
2
you.
minutes. So
Okay, so I think we've got...
honestly,
we've got-
Tati seconds. Oh, here.
We've got some people over there. They're waving frivolously,
There we go.
if that's the word.
And then there's people right in the corner over there. They're doing 2 hands.
Is it okay?
Two hands.
Yes.
It's a lot.
The group at the back.
After you, then we're going over to that corner over there. Okay.
And the rest will go up top. We can't forget about the massive up top.
Up top.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, guys. You can make it up. Thank you.
You know the vibe.
You guys are gonna make me go red.
Yes.
Thank you. Do you know what? I'm so used to just being in homes of like missing ceilings. So to be here
with a crowd full of people, I am really, really nervous. But I wanted to use this as an opportunity to publicly thank you, Kelechi, for supporting my work, what it is that I continue to do on social media. Because, I mean, you didn't have to, and there's a lot of people out there with platforms that don't talk about real issues that affect real people.
Facts.
So I want to thank you, and I've been following you for absolute ages. I think you're amazing. You're there empowering people that, I mean, everyone, over the last few years, everyone's been struggling. People are continuing to struggle. People can't afford to feed their kids. Gas and electric going up, cost of living going up. But then we have people and voices like you that put pressure on the people that need to have pressure put on them. And like you often say, I mean, singlets are there to be torn.
To be torn!
And you're out here tearing them. So no, I wanted to thank you and thank everyone for supporting what it is that I do. So thank you.
Absolutely. Woo!
All the way there.
So we're going
All the way
straight over there in the corner.
In that corner. And then from that corner, we're going up.
We're going up top.
Is the usher up top ready? You're about to sprint, baby.
Sorry, I'm Chloe from Chinkford.
Hey.
Hi.
And Essex babes.
Yes. I'm here for my birthday. Kelechi, it's all been said.
Happy birthday.
Like, just thank you for giving me permission to be. Like, everything that you say just validates everything that I feel every single day. But my magnificence is for the ladies that I'm with. These are my newest friends. I met them from work 5-6 years ago. But when you talk about your tribe and people that validate you and speak to your heart and how you feel, I love you girls so much. And every single day, they're the free brain cells that I was born without. And I just think, what would Jess do? What would Candice do? What would Nikki say? And you get me through everything, you know. And I love you all. And you're just amazing examples of black women. So thank you.
I love that.
We've got time. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
Okay, so
we're going to go up top.
What hands we got there? Yellow.
Yellow was screaming to me.
That was smart, Portia, to wear yellow.
Wait.
Right, Portia?
I'm bringing the mic to you, Portia. I'm bringing the mic to you. Here, my name's Adelaide. I live in Manchester.
Where's Adelaide from?
I'm here, up the top.
Adelaide!
Hello.
Oh, hi, thank you.
Sorry. Adelaide, I live in Manchester. I use she, her pronouns.
Hey.
I'm part of the House of Black fam.
Hey.
I want to big up my friend and fellow midwife. Her name's Sheridan. Okay. She's a new mum and she's a midwifery lecturer. Some white middle-class women invited her to come and teach at their university, and they thought she was going to toe the line, and she is disrupting.
Yes. We love to see it.
So I know she's tired and she's working hard, so I just wanted to know she's really appreciated and she's shaping the world of midwifery, and I love you, Sheridan. Thank you.
Make some noise for Sheridan. Yes.
Woo! Okay.
Hi, lovely.
Hi, Audrey.
I just be knowing everyone in the audience. I'm like, hey, Sha. Hey, Portia.
It really be like that?
Hi, Kelechi.
Hey.
You're right.
Hiya.
I'm Portia. I'm 28. I'm from South London.
Oh.
She, her pronouns, and I want to shout out my agent.
No, wait. Oh, you were even going to go there. And Portia's also a bad gal actress.
She is.
That. She's in all the bits. So
she actually is.
She's in all the bits. But continue.
Thank you, Kelechi. I want to shout out my agent because I think it's so easy as a creative to be part of the ashy environment that keeps us that keeps us playing these raggedy roles, that has us doing up 50 Shades of Trauma, that says they, want a black woman with a certain vibe and then gives it to the same 3 beige women who I will not name, but you know who I'm chatting about. Because if I talk, they'll say I'm shouting. So I just really want to shout out my agent. I want to shout out the women at Black Ballad. I want to shout out the women at Galdem.
Yes.
Because everything I've done as a creative, be it acting, be it writing, be it otherwise, I am where I am today because of black women.
Amen.
And I went from doing up fantasies about the opportunities I wanted to do to the actual Black women I know, giving me the opportunity and the money to be able to pay my bills when the gas prices aren't rising, to be able to pay my bills and actually make it a reality. So I want to shout out to them. I want to thank them. I want to thank you, Kelechi, as always, because you are a constant reminder that we can have it all. We can set our boundaries. We can tell someone about themselves and still be a household name, still sell out a venue. So, yeah, thank you. Just thank you to anyone. And those who I have not named, just thank you to all of the Black women who are the reason I'm here today.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Who else have we got up top?
Any more up
And
top?
white top at the front row. White top. Who's next to you with the gloves? You wearing blue gloves? Yes! Drama!
It's really giving theatre. I love it.
Gorgeous. So yeah, white top over here. Is that NASA?
Hi, my name's Nasso. I'm 37 from South London. Peckham, to be precise. And pronouns are she and her. Kelechi, I want to thank you for saving space, sharing space for all of us here. I mean, how many years ago we probably wouldn't have expected to see anything like this. So thank you. I always tell you anyway, you're amazing. And I want to, a bit emotional, sorry, share my magnificent for my husband.
Big up yourself, Jason.
We've been through quite a lot in the last few months.
Oh, take your time, babe. Be family.
Yeah, we've been.
We love you.
Yeah, we've been through quite a lot for the past few months, actually the past year. But he's always there, trying to make me smile, giving me joy. And I love him so much.
It's beautiful.
So thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Thank you, Nessa.
Who's next?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you. I think we've got a couple of more people up top, and then we'll bring it back down.
Is that two hands again? Yeah, okay. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Usher that sprint in.
It really is.
Oh, sorry.
He said he's a runner, he's a track star.
Hi, Kelechi. Hi, Audrey.
Hey, boo.
I love you both. Kelechi, I think I speak for everyone in here when I say you've changed everyone's lives.
Period.
I started going therapy because of you, and that just transformed my world. So, of course, I share your magnificence to you, Audrey, as well.
Oh, thank you, my love.
But my friend here, Veronica.
Hey, Veronica.
I've never met anyone who has been able to hold space for me the way that you do. You are so beautiful, like internally, like a real Taurus babe. She knows how to love. She knows how to love. And she works as a community organizer in Brent, is it? And she recently had an event last month with Black Femme Film, and it was about the lack of donations in the Black community for people with sickle cell. So she spearheaded that, and she was in charge of it, and she did absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I've never met anyone with so much love, like the way that you're just able to hold space, even for me when I'm like at my, just shout out to her, shout out to my babes.
Big up yourself, Veronica.
Oh, so what have we got time for?
I love that. We've got time for one more.
Literally
one more. Make it snappy. We'll bring it back down here.
Bring it back to the front because I think
Okay.
you went to the front. Oh, my babes
You, because
here.
you're fabulous.
My babes here. They're giving me Met Gala.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Oh, not the shit talk. Drama. No, you have to step forward. I'm sorry, you have to come and do. You have to come and do fashion parades. You have to come. The steps over here. There's a step. Oh. Yes.
Hello. That's my like.
Give it. Are they mad? Yes. Yes.
And you guys said I wouldn't get on stage, Angeli. I told you. I told you. My name is Kayode. I'm 28. Pronouns he, him. I'm from Nigeria via London. But now, unfortunately, living in Scotland. But I'm coming back down soon. I guess I wanted to share the magnificence of two people who I was brought close to because of our love of induction hubs. It sounds so ridiculous, but we met on Twitter because we just like cooking in induction hubs, and it just made sense. But the most important part is, I don't want to say their full government names. I'm just gonna say their Twitter handles because they're bad vibes people everywhere. But like reporting people to their. No, let me stop. So Pathos and at Not For Twos, like you guys are honestly like my spiritual and physical auntie, uncle, brother, sister. I don't know, like literally everything. You guys have in the last 2 years, you guys have supported me through so much. Like I've had so much nonsense thrown at me from individuals, institutions, and these people will come to the meetings with me and write for me, like literally take time out of their working day to be like, nah, whatever nonsense this university's trying to do or whatever, they're like, nah, we're not having it. Like they'll literally be there like writing letters to my dean on my behalf, being like, nah, what you guys are doing with the exams is wayward. Fix up. And things do fix up. So it's so nice to be around people in the same field that I'm in who are literally there to back you regardless of anything. Like they're willing to put their name on it. They're willing, just even in the last week, the amount of chats and stuff we've had, like, you guys are my Powerpuff Girls, And then lastly, I want to share the magnificence of this dress, like, honestly. Like, Angelina, hey.
Like, Will.
Angelina Jolie did one leg. Kelechi was like, nah, I must do two. I'm gonna do two legs at the same time.
Bam, what's that? Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You can come down this way. Don't go and hit your head on the...
Oh, yeah.
Slowly.
Oh, grab your...
you can grab anything from there
From
that
the
you
front.
like, Kayode. Yes. Okay, so I feel like that's it. Is it?
It is.
It is for Show Your Magnificence.
Yeah.
My Show Your Magnificence, obviously, I want to get one in before all of this is done. First of all, I want to big up all of the sponsors that made this possible. Thank you so much. So at the front of the stage, we've got some beautiful jewelry from Super Diva Jewelry. They're the ones. My earrings came off earlier, but my ring and my necklace are from Super Diva Jewelry. And I think everything else I'm wearing is from Omolola Jewelry. And then Butter Box is a subscription box focuses on getting Afro hair things as well. So we've got that at the front. And then Dizziat gave us some lovely things in the Patreon goodie bags. Born Beautiful Naturals, La Divine Fragrances, Flow London Lush. You've got some bath bombs in there as well. Kashvari gave us some beautiful bags, gift bags as well. Yeah, if you take one, all the people, go on.
Help yourself.
Kashvari makes. And yeah, so thank you to all the sponsors for that. My Share Your Magnificence goes out to Shayo.
Shayo?
Where's Shayo?
Where you at? He's
Shayo.
He's hiding.
Can you stand, please?
Woo! Make some noise.
So most people won't know who Shayo is. He likes to be in the background a lot. But I want to say a big thank you in front of everyone for just being the most amazing person that's just kind of wandered into my life randomly. He sent me an email at the end of 2020. End of 2020, just an email saying, if you ever need any help with XYZ, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. And initially I thought it was a girl that messaged me because I just assumed that it's mainly women, women that message me. So I just thought that's probably what it is. And then I had all of that drama with that harsh highlighter, that Pornplex, that... And I was just like, who can advise me on what's going on here? Reached out to Shayo and he was just incredible, really. And then since then, we've just, hung out and we've gone for dinners. And as you would have gathered from the podcast, I don't like people. I have a set group of friends, and of course I love interacting with everyone, but I don't tend to make new friends. I just don't. I kind of stick to people I know. And so it's been a pleasure having you support everything, that I've been doing. And the reason I mentioned Shayo is because actually I wasn't planning to do a live show. I've got so many commitments. I've got so many things that I've got to get done, like you see with the children's home and things like that. We went out for, thank you. We went out for dinner. We went out for dinner one evening and we were just chatting and he was like, oh, what are you planning to do a live show? I was like, look, I haven't got the time. I've got to pay for this freaking children's home and everything that I'm earning, if it's not childcare, if it's not this, if not that, it's going to that. And he was like, well, I'll support you to do it. And so you literally would not have a live show if it was not for the help of Shayo.
Amazing.
So thank you for everything. Thank you. I appreciate you. Always helping me to be cautious. I want to say something wild on the timeline about someone that I'm meant to be working with. And he's like, so Kelechi, just think, no, I know that you'll make your decision, but I'm just thinking that maybe this isn't the time that you should... and you're a beautiful light. You're a beautiful person. You're an incredible person. And I thank God for your life every single day. Thank you, Shayo.
I love that. Do you know what? Yeah, when you said the sponsors, I was thinking, big up ExpressVPN and BetterHelp.
I will cut the live show and insert that when I get home.
I was thinking that. Well, I hope you guys have had an amazing time the first half. Make some noise for yourselves. You guys are lit. Okay, so we're going to go away for a quick break, go to the toilet, grab a drink, and we will be back in 15 minutes, unfortunately, for the fuckery that is Suck Your Mum.
Yeah.
And So You Mad.
And So You Mad.
We'll see you guys soon.
And there's games, so be prepared.
Yeah, there's games. Yeah, we've got a quiz. Got a quiz.
All right, see you in a bit.
See y'all. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We back, y'all. I hope you guys have had something to drink, taken a pee, and feel ready to go again. Are you guys ready for the second half? Alrighty, so we got all the niceties out of the way. Share Your Magnificence. It was full of love, and now it's time for the fuckery. We're gonna be dishing out some straws and letting the people that are mad know that they are truly, truly mad. But before we get into all of that, let's bring out the lady of the hour. Make some noise for the Benz Panani herself, Miss Kelechi Okafor. Yes! It's giving, yes. Give them. Right? Doesn't she just look fire? And you know what's so interesting, Kelechi? The outfits represent like the show. So we have the white demure for Tarot and Share Your Magnificence, and then the fire for the blood clots, them. All right, cool. So before we get into the final segment, we've actually got something for you that I like to call a collection quiz. So I need 2 people to come up and volunteer. Okay. My eye was drawn to you. And... yeah, come on up. Oh, and lovely lady at the front, come on up. I was not given a choice. I love that. You know when the tarot's resonating, so that I'm going for what I want.
Hello. Yeah,
Hey.
thank you.
We're back in the game.
Hey.
Okay. Hello. What's your name? What's your age? Where you from? What's your pronouns?
Oh, that's a lot. My name is.
Whatever you can remember.
That's a lot. My name is Miles. I'm from like North London, really.
Okay, North London, calm down.
Yeah, I'm 24. I'm yeah, he, him. Yeah.
Nice.
My name is Nikki. I'm from Hackney.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm on the right side of 40. What was the question? She and her.
Love that. Love that. Okay, so I've got 4 questions, and it's basically every man for themselves. Man being non-gender specific, by the way. So the first person to get in there. Actually, do you know what? Let's make this interesting. So you've got to have a noise. And whoever makes their noise first gets to go. So what's your noise going to be?
Firebomb them.
Okay. So you shout fire upon them. And you, lovely lady?
Zoop, zoop.
Bop, bop. Okay, cool. Right, so, question numero uno. Kelechi refers to the pandemic as everything other than the pandemic. What 3 words does she use? You can say 1 out of 3.
Panna cotta.
Hey! Do you have an answer for us? You might as well fire. No, okay, never mind. Next question. Okay. So I gave you guys this answer earlier, actually, so this will show whether you were paying attention or not. Kelechi often refers to a particular individual's braids as what?
Straggly.
Hey, yes, straggly. She who shall not be named, exactly. Question number 3. When Matt Hancocky was engaging in certain activities, what does Kelechi refer to him as grabbing?
Long back.
Bop, bop, bop! 3 out of 3. And, okay, you might stand a chance at this one, okay? That was no shade, guys, no shade. No shade. None whatsoever. No shade. Okay. As a collective, who has received more straws? The Met Police or the royal family?
That is hard.
That's hard.
But I think put that one to the audience.
You might have to.
Oh, well, the royal family.
Unfortunately not. Audience? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for playing the game. You guys
Thank
were
you.
amazing. Woo, some noise for yourselves.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Grab a prize. Yeah. Grab a prize. Sis came up for the prize. I love that for me. I love that for you. I love that for you. I really, really love that for you. That's lit. You see, Kelechi's the gift that keeps on giving. She didn't get a single point, you know.
She was like,
It's the participation that counts. Okay. Right, so... Right, the next segment. So You Mad. People have moved mad upon mad, upon mad, upon mad, and they will continue to do so forever, right? So, yeah, let's acknowledge those people that are just mad. So, you guys have got 60 seconds to acknowledge the madness, okay? So, put your hands up in the air if you want to. Do you know what? I'm going to start off with you, my love, because you didn't get to show your
I need that whole outfit.
Come on
I need
up.
the outfit.
And
come.
Yeah!
Yes!
You better!
Yes! Yes!
You know what, yeah?
Yes! Giving!
Do you know what, yeah? I'm not being funny, and I'm sorry you're going about eyes and everything, yeah? But you look so fire.
Right?
I love this ensemble. It's really, really, you understood the assignment.
Yeah!
Hey, hey, hey.
Yes!
Okay, my darling, what's your name? What's your age? Where are you from? What's your pronouns?
Thank you. Hi. So my name is Jalen, pronouns they, them, from Vancouver, Canada. Hey! Flew out for the show! Connecticut, what up? Yeah, and I'm a spicy, fiery Leo who... who may need to get a filter, so apologies if I don't have all the facts here, but imagine... Imagine, right? You come to a theater and you see this space clearly set up for us Black people.
Yeah.
And you, being a white ting, see little prizes up at the stage and you sweep it and grab it. So the madness is going out to the little white ting I saw grab the prize without participating. And I'm just gonna ask. I'm like, wait. Again. Sorry, okay. Again, we don't have all the facts, so I just want to encourage them. I would just like to encourage some reflection, and if you think that maybe it could go to someone else, then maybe do that.
Thank you. Careful. Okay.
Well, what else?
0 to 100, right? Yes. I didn't even know that happened. I just came and bare boxes were missing. I said,
Do you know what I mean? Not them being messy, but we love it. I'm grabbing his prize. I'm grabbing their prize. I love you. I really, really love you. You are everything. Do you know what? This show is a mess. A beautiful, beautiful mess. Okay, who's next? Who else has got to acknowledge someone that's mad? Oh, yeah.
What am I supposed to be saying? I was so excited.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my name is Kemi, and I'm 43, and I feel very old. But can I just say, I know this isn't thanks time, but I really have to say, people my age have so much to gain from all you young people. You're giving us life, the voice that we didn't have back in the day. We are developing and we are underpinning and supporting everything you guys are doing. Keep doing it. Let's move forward. Let's stick together. No gatekeeping, no shady shit. Let's do the thing.
Thank you.
I would like to give a straw to almost every single English institution, because if you think about it...
Are we on the straw yet? Kemi, hold that straw. We're on So You Mad. Hold that straw.
Oh, So You Mad.
Okay, so what's
No,
sorry, sorry.
when it's straw, we're gonna call you right back up. Because that was you were locked
you,
and
Bella.
loaded.
Thank
you
you,
were
Bella.
locked and loaded. That straw was
She
about
was
to
ready.
fly.
And do you know what? I really want to hear that straw.
Yeah,
I really want to hear that straw. We'll come back to you. Yes, in the bow tie. Come on up. Man in the bow tie, come on up.
That's it. Thank you. Yes, I love the mic. People working now. Yes. It's gone the other way.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh God. So I'm Craig. I'm
Stand
20.
in the light. Where are we going to see you? Come through, Red Shoe. Yes. 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 Give them.
So I'm Craig. I'm 28. I'm from Brixton. And I use he, they pronouns. So before I begin, Kelechi, thank you. You are amazing in every way, shape, or form. You've imparted a lot of wisdom on my family. My mom now says suck your mom to everyone. So that's great. But I'm gonna just I'm just gonna keep this brief. My suck your mom goes to all of those
it's
white
not strong.
academics.
Why are you not?
Yeah, no.
Coyote's telling you off because he said it's
so
not
you
strong.
mad? Oh, so you mad? Oh, well, no. So my mad basically goes to all of those white academics who basically stayed silent throughout the whole Black Lives Matter, Child Q, everything, but for some reason found all of the energy to not only say we need to basically put all of this money for the people of Ukraine, but more importantly, all of the animals that had been stuck in Ukraine. And yeah, that's basically going back to the idea that, animals don't fight back, but black people do. So that's it.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love that rhinestone bow tie.
Thank
It's
you.
giving.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. So
you,
I
my
think
darling.
like
Lovely to
Audrey,
meet you. Thank
because I
you.
don't know if people, let's save because I said So You Mad and you lot will just come on stage and you're busy. You've got So You Mad. Are you sure it's a So You Mad? Because if you come on this...
Okay.
All right, okay, come. Come.
Are you sure?
Come.
All right, my darling, come on up.
Woo! Woo! Yes!
You're gorgeous.
Boot! Yes!
Hi. I'm
I
gonna
love
look
these
this
boots,
way
yes.
because I can't look there. I don't. I'm a Virgo. My name is Ajwa. I'm 23. Pronouns are anything but he, him. My So You Mad goes out to arts organizations, specifically the ones that have formerly white working class women working in them. Because I feel like a lot of the time they say, institutions of care, we care about people. I think they've taken all the terminology. They know Kimberly Crenshaw, they understand intersectionality, but they make care their outcomes. Look at me spitting all over the place. Jesus Christ.
Go for it.
But if you ask any black members of staff in an arts organization, how do you feel in this space? Are you looked after? Are you doing all of the diversity work for them? Are you the one person here who actually cares about the community? You're going to get some very new answers. So it's the So You Mad, and all of those arts organizations deserve it. They know themselves. They know they deserve it. Thanks for running this, because also with the So You Mads and the Suck Your Mums, before your podcast, I did not tell people to redacted. But now I do.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
So I'll launch us into our So You Mads then, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
All
so.
right. So the first one actually that I think is really interesting is the Amazon warehouse. I was going to talk about that. The union. Big up, Lady Phil. Big up, Lady Phil. Unions and that. You've been out here. Where's Lady Phil? Yes. Big up yourself, Lady Phil. Where, we talk about people who are doing the things that we're doing now, but black women like Lady Phil, they've been out here for a minute. Like, they've been doing the thing. So it's important to note that, and you're appreciated. So I was reading about it, and I just, like Jonathan asked the question earlier, like, what are we meant to do now that, the world's changing and people are trying to pretend that the panoramic, the panda bear, the panna cotta didn't happen? When it did, those who take us forward, they're not going to be bound to respectability politics in the way that so many people are tethered to currently. And that's why, you know, I mean, I could have put him in Share Your Magnificence, but I think I spoke about him before. The guy who's leading all of this, what's his name? Phil. Is it? Or did I make that up? I'll check now. Anyway. But I just love that the man who's at the forefront of taking on Amazon and unionizing is a black man in a do-rag. A black man in a do-rag with neck tattoos. Because I think oftentimes we think that we need to wait for vocabulary. We need to wait for this. We need to wait for that. We need to wait to get the right belt to pull our trousers up, like certain pedophiles wanted to tell us or rapists wanted to tell us. Like we don't have to wait for any of that. If you know that something needs to change it. You know, like I'm not saying that, you know, take on that tantamount task of doing it yourself, but be ready to be part of the change. You can't just be like, oh, this needs to change. So I really love that. I love that they have now formed their union. So it says here, warehouse workers at a facility in New York City have voted to form the first US union in the tech giant's 27-year history, marking a stunning victory for a bootstrapped effort led by a fired employee. I know I mentioned him on the podcast before when they fired him. In a closely watched election, workers at a Staten Island, New York facility known as JFK 8 voted in favor of forming a union with a newly established organization called Amazon Labor Union, ALU, which was started by current and former warehouse employees. There were 2,654 votes in favor of unionizing, and 2,131 votes against it. By the end of the second and final day of public vote counting on Friday, out of approximately 8,325 eligible voters, 4,785 votes were counted and another 67 were challenged. 17 ballots were voided. They really tried to stop them. Now, see, if I was doing Straw of the Week, I want to talk to the people, the 2,131 votes that decided to do that. But we're focusing on, you know, just talking about what's happening generally, current affairs. In a statement after the vote, Amazon indicated that it is exploring various legal channels to fight the results. We're disappointed with the outcome of the election in Staten Island because we believe after a direct relationship with the company, we believe that having a direct relationship with the company is best for our employees. You weren't even letting them have toilet breaks. Are you sure about that? People are wee-weeing on themselves while trying to fling parcels to make sure parcels get to places on time, all because of Prime. Please, let's prime ourselves. Let us be guided. Let us be guided. So they go on to say the staggering result could prove to be a milestone moment for Amazon and the broader labor movement in the United States. The union vote has the potential to upend how Amazon, the country's second largest private employer, engages with some members of its vast workforce. It could also add fuel to organizing both within the company's own sprawling empire, where some efforts are already underway, such as at Amazon Fresh, a store, one of their stores in Seattle, as well as other companies across the country. So I think it's very, very important for us to think about the hierarchy of a company like Amazon. The warehouse workers are at the bottom. Yet they were the ones that were like, we're going to unionize. So what the fuck were the rest of you man doing that were at the top? Because you're comfortable. Even if you know that some of the ways that things are moving aren't correct, you're all right? So that, I feel like, is, I guess, metaphorical in terms of how we look at ourselves as a society. You can't expect people who are comfortable to be like, you know what? This needs to change. It's you that's uncomfortable. It's you that they're stepping on your head constantly. It's you that has to be like, look, are they stepping on your head too? Okay, maybe we need to do something about that then and get going. But 2,131 votes, this, again, my point. Sometimes people enjoy struggle. They really, like, you man want to stay there. We were in on ourselves. And you want to stay there. So I just, but again, I don't even want to vilify them. I think that it's, again, when you're very scared, you don't know how everybody else is going to vote in it. And so then you can be the one vote that's like, oh, I want to unionize. And everyone's like, shh. And then you're the one that, gets fired and you never know. But again, it goes back to what we were saying in the tarot. You can't be scared of being left out in the cold. Like, you just have to take that chance. So I love it for them. I love that when I kept seeing images, I was seeing the black guy in a do-rag, and I'm very happy for him. The outcome was hailed by advocacy groups, large labour unions, and the White House, with Press Secretary Jen Psaki telling reporters Friday that President Joe Biden was glad to see workers ensure that their voices were heard. I'm Joe Biden. But migrants are still in cages. They're still in cages. What are you talking about? And I feel like, again, we need to take a moment because Joe Biden is a pussycat. And so I feel like when we keep doing this false binary of like, oh, the Democratic Party are this and the Republican Party, pussycats everywhere. And so we can't, and I stress it on the podcast all the time, we can't keep saying, oh, we need to vote for the lesser of two evils. We just don't need to vote for evil. Yeah. That is the thing. We just don't need to vote for evil. And he's a wayward, I wouldn't say a wayward you, but he's far from a you. Yeah. Like,
he's grown.
He's knocking on heaven's door. So shortly after the tally was complete, Christian Smalls, the president of ALU, who is largely the face of that's his name, Christian Smalls. So look him up, do-rag, neck tattoos, all of that. And he was just like, yeah, did it. Because again, it's the way that we look at people in society and we don't know where the change is going to come from. Sometimes it's not going to be the people that are doing speaky spokey that are going to bring your change. It's going to be the everyday people who are around you. Like, it's you. You know, I'm saying there are people around you, it's you. They said that the president of the ALU, who is largely the face of the organisation, joined a crowd of other ALU organisers and members of other labour groups that had gathered in downtown Brooklyn to celebrate the win, sipping from a bottle of champagne and wearing pants emblazoned with the brand name Billionaire Boys Club. Yay. Smalls gave a brief history of his contentious relationship with the company. 2 years ago, my life changed forever, said Smalls, who was fired from his job at the facility in March 2020 after leading a walkout to protest pandemic-related health and safety concerns. Smalls says he was retaliated against. Amazon says he was terminated for violating its policy that required him to quarantine after being notified of a possible COVID-19 exposure. I only wanted to do the right thing and speak up for workers behind me, he said. He also mentioned a widely reported suggestion by an Amazon executive in 2020 to disparage Smalls as not smart or articulate at the time. The executive said his comments were personal and emotional and that he'd allowed his emotions to get the better of him. It was also racist. You know, it's that dog whistle politics. Like, he's not smart or articulate, but he whooped your ass. So what now?
Exactly.
What now? What do you have to say now? So I feel like I chose that as one of the, So You Mad, because that's a quintessential example of you can't wait for anybody to come and save you. And you'll be surprised that when you speak up about something, that other people join you in being like, you know what, this is actually fucked. Let's do something. Because now that their union is formed, other unions are not far removed. Like when we were seeing all the Caribbean countries kind of going, who that? Yeah. And they were like, Elizabeth, come and be going. Come and be going. Go and get your stuff, be going. Yeah, just go. Don't know why they're speaking pidgin, but they're like, Come on, go. So I love that. I love that. And I love that the face of it is Christian Smalls. I love that, he's out there doing that. And you don't have to be, like I said, you don't have to be articulate. You don't have to know all the vocabulary. You just have to know what is truth and push for that. So love it for him. Love it for him.
Love that for him. Can I just share a really, really quick So You Mad?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if anyone follows me on Instagram yet, but basically, yeah.
If anyone follows me.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Amsterdam, yeah? And I'd never been to the city before, beautiful city, beautiful gowns, yeah? And I was minding my business and I was taking a picture by the canal and this old white man went out of his way to come and barge me. Like, he literally barged me out of nowhere. And at first I thought, no, but luckily my friend was like filming and she caught the whole thing. So when I watched it back, I was like, no, he went out of his way to barge me. Wow. So he's very, very mad. But I also kind of want to share your magnificence with my friend because she's white and she chased him down the road and started duffing him in the back of his head. And she was like, excuse me. She was like, excuse me, you pushed my friend. And then he was like, and then guys, I swear to God, she collected him by the back of his thing and she said, go and apologize to her right now.
Allyship.
So, exactly.
That's what it looks like.
Exactly. So
Not
that
a black
was
square.
Right, exactly. So that was a young, so you mad, straight show your magnificence from me. I just wanted to share that story.
Woo!
Yeah. She really gathered him, like she really gathered him.
She literally
Like,
gathered him.
She picked
She
him up.
gathered him.
You know like that meme? There's that meme. She gathered him like the meme and made him come back and apologize to me, so.
That is the energy. What do you mean violence isn't the answer? She went,
Yep. Yep.
come back.
Yep.
Rewind, selector. I love that. I'm glad
love
she did
that.
that.
So
Because
am
I
I.
feel like sometimes I can't take this bystander energy. Like, what are you doing? I saw a recent clip of a guy that got punched on the tube. And prior to, he was saying some stuff, racist stuff, everyone was quiet. Then when he got clotted, landed on the floor, the black guys got off and everyone was clapping. I'm like, no. But why did it take them doing it? Why wasn't it a community effort?
Yeah.
You know, why didn't you all just hear that and everyone just... But they were quiet. And even if like, okay, you don't want to throw hands, you can just be like, wait, that's wrong. That's wrong. Who said to us? Say that again. Say again.
You better bring history into
Not
it.
Julius.
Yes.
Okay. No, but it's true. When you're ready, you know how to. So I just think it's a poor excuse to be like, violence isn't the answer.
Yeah, and do you know what? Yeah, Julius threw hands, and that was all those moons ago. But Solange threw hands just a couple of years ago. Do you know what I mean? So yes.
No, I love that. That's a white woman sticking up for a black woman.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes that's not what we're getting.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, or when white women do stick up for people, they then become the central narrative. Talking about white women becoming the central narrative or something, let's talk about Will Smith.
Let's talk about it. Let's take a deep dive.
Yeah, because obviously it happened on Sunday night.
It's still fresh.
And I just recorded I'd recorded the podcast, so by Monday, obviously it was a whole new conversation. I was like, I'm still going to talk about it. I don't care. I don't care if it's dead in the grave. I'm still going to talk about it, okay? So, if you don't know where I stand on that, where do I stand on that? Slap. And I want to discuss it, and I want to discuss it in a measured way because some people are in here. I don't know why you booked a ticket when your face is looking very, very raggedy and stiff. Because you must not know about me. I don't know what friend brought you, but baby. FYF, fix your face. Big purr. I don't play that. This is my space. I've worked hard to cultivate this space. Like, everyone,
big purr.
Let us be guided. And if truth is not the truth that you came forth tonight, I'ma collect your belongings. And get to step in. No, but seriously, like, we have to talk about it because I saw so many like polarizing opinions, and I swear, and you know, I get it. Not everyone wants to go and hit people. I get it. But as somebody, if you've listened to the episodes of the podcast where I've had people talking the most amount of mess about my family that they do not know, I'm telling you right now, if I saw those people, I'm absolutely rocking your world. No Michael Jackson. You rock my world, I'll rock. Absolutely, because again, it's like what Kevin said earlier. Like, when you have something that you love and you care about, and people just get disrespectful for no fucking reason, you're going to want to throw hands. Whether I will throw hands when I'm right there or not, maybe not. But this is why I really started practicing my skills and really calling on my ancestors to help me curse. Because if I can't touch you in this physical realm because of something called police, let me tell you what I'm going to do.
You better. You better.
It's 2:48 a.m. You're sleeping. Here come my ancestors. Bussa, bussa, bussa. On your head top. Big purr. You'll wake up
in the morning with a headache and you won't even know what the fuck happened. Just every day like, oh, I think I need to go see a doctor. But I tried to call the GP at 8 a.m. and they told me I was 79 in the queue. Die there. Because if I can't touch you physically, I'm going to touch you spiritually.
Period.
And we have to be comfortable with that energy. And some people are like, is she talking about voodoo? Is she talking about juju? Mate, you can even be doing it in your Christianity as well. You can even be doing it, they say, angel of fire. Angel of fire. Angel Gabriel, Angel Michael, take your flaming swords, and go and slice them. Christian prayers are the most aggressive
Very.
Yo!
The vim.
When African parents are praying, you know when at first you're listening, you're like,
yeah, is everything all right?
Jesus Christi. All of the angels, I'm calling you now. I'm calling you to all my enemies. Go and find them and punch them in the pussy. Punch them. What? So it's true. I'm just saying, like, utilize whatever you have, but the energy has to be there because all of this, violence isn't the answer. You're going to stay there while people are disrespecting the things that you love, and then you are the ones that are then going to go home and be in that space, and there's still going to be that tension there because of the disrespect. And I don't want my space, I don't want my familial space, I don't want my friendship spaces to be holding that kind of energy. So if the only way I can make sure that energy doesn't enter into my spaces is to deal with you, then that you're going to get dealt with, right? And so there are so many aspects to it. But do you want to recap us on what actually happened?
In West California. It was another warm Sunday. The Oscars were upon us. The celebrities and some not so celebrities graced the red carpet for whatever annual Oscar award ceremony it was. And Chris Rock was on stage and, he tried to run a quite unfunny joke.
And also the fact that it wasn't part of the script.
It was not.
And he literally, and that's the bit that I really wish people would deep.
Yeah.
He literally looked at Jada in the audience and went,
yeah, G.I. Jane 2 or some shit. First of all, that joke was not funny.
Let's start there.
That improv was not needed. And you got boxed, basically. Yeah. And, Will was in the audience. And at first, he was kind of kikiing, I don't think it really hit him. And then I think we all saw Jada's reaction, right? And she just didn't find it funny. And do you know what? This is a little young suck your mum, yeah? You black men comedians that think it's funny to talk about black women's hair, like, I'm so sorry, but like, if it's not dressing up as us and laughing at our hair, like, you men are not funny. And then you want to be out here talking about, they should have the range. You don't even have the Range Rover. You don't have shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't have any range because a true comedian can make a banana peel funny.
Yeah.
A true comedian can tell a dark joke in a way that doesn't offend anybody. To me, that is real humour. Yeah. If you always have to punch down on black women's hair, then quite frankly, you're lame. Yeah. And that's what Chris Rock did. Yeah. And then he got punched in the face. He got clotted. And like, I was very much here for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like, Will Smith, do you know what it is? I feel like Chris Rock's face represented all of the black community. Yeah. And his face just happened to take a clotting. But I think really and truly, Will was mad. I think he'd reached the end of his tether and he's like, do you know what? You guys aren't going to play with me. I've been the good guy for 30 years. I've done nothing but make you man laugh, provide entertainment. And people really can't fathom the fact that a black man supports his wife unapologetically.
His black wife.
His black wife unapologetically. He loves his black kids unapologetically. And because you, man, all you do is go after black women all the time. It's like foreign to you.
What got me are the black men who were married to black women who were saying that they would not have done what he did.
They need to shut the hell up.
Just say you hate your wife.
That's it.
It's fine.
And
just say you hate her.
I just say it. I find it so mad because people love to be on their high horse about violence, but when the baby's up here moving mad and providing a festival of slaps, you man have got nothing to say for it. It's nothing to say. And do you know what? Had Will slapped Jada on Red Table Talk, you man would have been out here saying no, but what did she do? Yeah. What did she do to deserve it, bro?
Disrespected
The
him.
entanglement. You would have been coming with up with every single excuse under the sun. So me, I support Will. I'm here for it. And don't play with that man.
No, and I just think that there are so many aspects to it alongside that. In the fact that, do you see what I told you about palatability and respectability politics, yeah? At one point, you're going to break.
Yeah.
Because the system will break you. Even if
Period.
the system looks like another black person, the system is going to break you. For 30 years, that guy has been doing, I won't swear, I won't this, I won't that. He did everything he didn't do. Did I not cuss him out 1 week on the podcast when he was saying, don't say defund the police? He did everything to appease white consciousness. And what did he say? Why did he say we should not say defund the police? Because he said, don't offend them, get your money first. And they're the same people that you were telling us to pattern ourselves for, and they got you out. They got you the fuck out of there immediately.
Slapped in front of them.
So my support isn't support necessarily of him wholeheartedly as a person, because I don't do that. Like you're still a human person with your flaws and with your things that I might not agree with. But I look at that as symbolic of other things. And so all of the people that you're doing palatability that you'll try to set me against and be like, well, that one over there doesn't do, fuck them and fuck you.
Period.
Because they're not going, what they're doing is not sustainable, because every day they're swallowing their tongue. Every day they're, and no, I don't believe in doing that in professional spaces. When I get home, that's when me and my family do, shut the fuck up. Yeah. You get home and you and your family don't talk about it. Like, you come out, you do the same thing over and over again. Piss off. Yeah. Like, I look at that and I just thought, well, see? If Will had patterned Hollywood from the beginning, if he'd said, Philly, don't play with me. They would have known. If you know I can get saucy, if you know I can get spicy at any time, it's always on the table. If somebody said to you lot tomorrow, Kelechi slapped someone,
we wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
But you see, the beauty in that is that you wouldn't be surprised, but you would then say, for what?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if they now said something that you know that's not a slappable offense in my book, you'd be able to say, no, while I know she would slap someone, she wouldn't do it for that, because I never took it off the table. If you make it out like you've just taken the thing off the table, it seems like a whole big deal when then, she slapped someone. Really? No. It's likely, but what did they, what?
Yeah.
What did she slap them for? I feel like it's about us being real. It's about us being three-dimensional, being our whole selves, because at least then people accept you as your whole self. Well, you hope that they will. The real ones that take you as you are, they're then able to see the incongruencies. They're then able to say, actually, no, she wouldn't do it for that, but she could do it for that. You see it. So when people try it, you're not surprised, but he took it off the table. And I personally just don't think you should do that. I think that in your emails, your professional emails in your workplace, you should always let them just somewhere, you just sprinkle it in there in the email. Just let them know it's possible. Maybe not at a board meeting, but a younger way day. Let me catch you around the corner. Just let them know that it's possible. And I think that was one of the biggest disservices he did to himself, and that he took it completely off the table. But white consciousness, or unconsciousness, let's call it, loves kind of disempowered black man. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to him. I mean like a black man that they don't find threatening, because he's done everything he can to be like, look, I'm not. And the white girls fancied him.
Yeah.
They let Will play a romantic lead.
A couple of times still.
Yeah? He did IR Robot, he did Marmalade. That guy's played so many different people. They allowed him the freedom of imagination that they do not afford every black actor. Because I feel like, even if you went through Denzel's range, Denzel isn't really, there are limitations to what they'll let Denzel do, basically. Yeah. But Will, they let Will do. They just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. And then he did it with he maybe have a black love interest, but mainly, they'll give him something, to work with. Spicy White, They let him do all of that. Now, where he betrayed them was that he chose black womanhood over whether you agree with how he did it or not. Shouldn't have gone and slapped him fine, or maybe you should have slapped him backstage, whatever. That's not actually, when you're talking about white consciousness, they're not offended by the slap. They're not offended by the slap. They don't give a fuck about the slap, because that's why that fool was like, oh, raise your sons to be like Kyle Rittenhouse, who killed 2 fucking people at Black Lives Matter march. Raise your sons to be like Kyle Rittenhouse and not Jaden Smith. What did Jaden Smith do to you?
Yeah. What did Jaden Smith do?
What did Jaden Smith do to you? Like, he just... Right, he's there, feeding people who are experiencing homelessness. He's helping to get clean water to Flint, something that Joe Biden is not doing, your lesser of 2 evils. He's literally doing things, but you try to create this weird dichotomy or this weird binary between the two of them. And so Will betrayed the trust of the white elite, because also it's a class issue as well, because they let him into those spaces, and then he did the thing that they fear most. He utilized his anger. He utilized whether frustration, whatever you want to call it, he utilized that in a physical fashion in defense of a Black woman. And that is the issue, because people laughed when that happened. And I also want to say something about the when he laughed, when thing made... I'm sorry, I laughed before I slap. I was so confused. I was so confused when I was looking online, when people were like, but he laughed. I was like, bitch, you don't laugh before a slap?
Exactly.
I thought that we did that. Like, that's
normal.
That's how I regenerate my energetic. That's how I...
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I align my chakras to really rise to the slap. Someone will say something mad, and I know that every time I've slapped someone up, I've gone... You've never done that. If I go and my body drops down, this is coming like that. I'm dropping it down to bring it back up. So when he did hurt, and that was the worst thing, I would have clocked that. As somebody who slaps, as a slapper, sir, Will did that 4 times. Will went, huh, 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 huh. So I knew that was going to be a bam,
Yeah.
bam.
And that's what happened.
Nobody else saw it, and shame on you. Shame on you, to be honest. I saw it coming, to be honest. And so he did that. He did that for a Black woman. People were scared because they didn't see the severity of the joke, because usually Black women are the butt of the jokes. And that's really, really weird when everything is emulated from us, yet we still remain the joke. So I think that a lot of people were scared because they were like, why did he slap him? I said that to Shaniqua last week. I don't. They were scared because they were like, rah, that anybody can get it. And when you're bringing anybody can get it energy, people are worried. And then we look at Chris Rock. People are like, oh, he wouldn't have known that Jada has alopecia. Do you know how small Hollywood is? Portia, Hollywood's small, innit? Like, tiny, right? Exactly. Yeah. Everybody knows everyone in Hollywood. Shut the fuck up about he didn't know. He knew exactly what he was doing. She talked about it enough. Yeah. You also, he knew exactly what he was doing. And Arthur Vidal, she wrote a piece recently where she said that, when American comedians come through and they test their material, Chris Rock came through years ago and he was testing out material about unrequited love, and he started crying on the stage, and he was crying about Jada. They figured out in the end. So this is clearly a dynamic. And
that tea was hot, boy.
Right, well, sorry. I thought you all read the article. I thought you all read it. But also, I just think that, we're seeing all of that happening. He's representing what the status quo. He wants things, we make fun of Black women. Who else did he make fun of that in that way, about their hair and their features in the audience? No, but the documentary was bullshit anyway, because he wasn't taking it seriously the whole time. Yeah. And he had a woman on the documentary that told him the severity of alopecia. So it's not like he was unaware. So I just don't get it. And I just feel like it needs to be talked about, because time and time again, we ignore the prevalent nature of misogynoir in our society. And people are like, it was just a joke. But black women are tired of being the joke. They're tired of being a joke. And people, black women, I actually blocked more black women than out of anybody over this Will situation.
Not the mammies.
And I will block many more. Because if you're coming to me talking to me about, he didn't even do it for Jada. He did it because of ego. And what are we teaching young people about violence? Shut up.
Shut the hell up.
Shut up. Just say that no one wants to clap for you. Shut up.
Yeah.
But I'm very serious about it, and I feel very strongly about it because what they're doing is not about the slap, it's about so much more. Look at the speed with which they've made him basically resign. He did not resign of his own volition. They made him resign from the academy. He's probably never going to win any of those sorts of awards again. Yet for years, people are going to do the same joke. Somebody coming on stage in a headpiece and be like, oh, I don't know if Will's in the audience or... No, everyone's going to try a thing. But notice the culture of complicity. Because when Chris Rock now made that joke about her hair, what did all the white comedians start doing about her hair straight afterwards? Calling her a bald black bitch, this and that. You as a black man, you're irresponsible because you've opened the floodgates for people to be talking, and that is part of the problem.
Yep.
So...
Exactly.
I was just like, I'm not even going to do lots of So You Mad because I wanted to talk about that specifically. Like what happens when a black man is supporting the status quo and the black man that's going against it for his wife and being like, no, this is unfair. Is it Janet Hubert?
Yeah.
That is, if there is anybody that we need to listen to, is her. Because she was dragging Will for the longest time, pulling him up for his toxic behavior when she used to work with him on Fresh Prince. The nasty way that they got rid of her playing Aunt Viv and replaced her with light-skinned Aunt Viv. She talks about everything and she was dragging him for the longest. They only made up recently. And even she said, met Chris before. No, he's very mean-spirited. I mean, who else are you going to listen to? Somebody that was hating this particular person that you're all vilifying for a long time, or who? And I also think it's nasty how Chris hasn't said anything.
Yeah, he knows
he wants the furor. He wants to rile people up. So even though Will's team were like putting out the apology, trying to kind of put out the flames, the fact that Chris is not saying anything means that people are ramping it up even more. And he's doing that to be conniving and nasty as far as I'm concerned. Because if you were any sort of person who knows what you did and you know what you did was wrong, you'd be like, guys, it's cool, let's leave it. They'll have to leave it because he said so.
Yeah.
But he's choosing not to say that because he wants people to continue doing it. Like you would have said something by that. It's almost a week later. But he wants him ruined. And why do you want him ruined? Because you're a bit jealous. Because he's been able to play roles that you've never been able to play.
Big purr.
Because look at you. God. I love black people, but I hate niggers. And you did that, and the white people love you because you gave them an opportunity to say the things that they wanted to say. So, but still, upon doing that, both of you have pandered to white people throughout your careers.
Basically.
And there's one that got to the breaking point, but you two, you're going to get to your breaking point too at some point. So it is what it is. But the fact that Will's now resigned from the academy. Meanwhile, Roman Polanski's still there. Woody Allen is still there. Johnny Depp is still there. Gbogbo is still there. Yeah, like all of them, they're still there. But Harvey Weinstein, how many? 81 awards. They suspended him from the academy, but they didn't take any of those awards away.
No.
And what's mad and how you know that it's vindictive and nasty is because upon Will putting out that statement that he's resigning from the academy, they were still like, yeah, well, we're still going through our motions and still going through our disciplinary actions. So they're actually still not done. Over what?
Exactly.
Over what? It was physical assault, but Jim Carrey was lip-syncing people against their will.
Exactly.
Adrian Brody, look at that. It's like, I'm not here to come and fight the battles of rich men. It's really not my portion, you know? But it is about us looking at the dynamics that's taking place, and I just think that Jada's left out of a lot of it. As a black woman who I've had my hair short, I've had my hair this way, I've had my hair that way, and then offhand nasty comments that people will make about you from all corners, it's so disheartening, yet you've still got to bring your face out into the world and still find beauty in yourself, even though the world is talking to you wreck. And so in that situation, he was highly irresponsible, and you don't know. And another thing I want to point out is that God forbid that what Jada's going through is far more serious than what they've called alopecia. Because all you motherfuckers are going to have to take back what you said, because if Will knows that something more serious is going on, and that's what riled him up in that way, and that's why he got clarted, it doesn't matter whether Kristen know or not. The fact of the matter is, just The same way if I see someone that has a slightly round belly, I'm not going to be like, oh, but shut up. Stop asking people questions. Leave people alone. Stop commenting on people's bodies. Leave people alone. Like you saw her bald head in the audience. What did you need to say anything for? Especially because it wasn't part of your script. So I just feel like we should all take a moment. It's not about sides. Forget them. Look at the dynamic. And look at the incestuous nature of Hollywood and how everybody's gathering like vultures and trying to tear him like he's some kind of carcass. Amy fucking Schumer.
The audacity. Oh, that one.
What is your own?
Honestly.
You've got enough problems, baby. Shut the fuck up. Huh? She never met a Nigerian mother because she would know. And Wanda Sykes, I'm like, you also be quiet. Please be quiet. It's just there's a lot going on, but I just felt like I wanted to point that out because it's wild.
It's wild. It is completely wild.
And there are many things that you could say about it, but I just wanted to spend a portion really addressing that because it's not really to me about the two men. It's about the black woman in that situation and how she's not being talked about. And she's the backdrop to it all. And people are choosing not to talk about it because they're scared that if they address what happened there, they're going to address all the ways that they do that to other black women in our society. And Jada's even a rich black woman, and even she's subjected to that. Michelle Obama was likened to an ape when she was in office. So all of this, when they go low, we go higher. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I heard that the core of the earth is liquid metal. I'll meet you there.
Big purr.
So that's pretty much that for So You Mad.
That sure is.
And now, straw of the week.
Straw of the week.
AKA Suck Your Mum.
Yeah, I think we can do a couple Suck Your Mums.
I think 3.
Yeah, let's do 3.
So
make them good.
Kemi wants to come back. Yeah.
Okay, yes,
Yeah,
please
Kemi, yep.
do.
And then we'll get one from up there as well. And then over.
I cannot be climbing arthritis. Thank you. Audrey, thank you so much. And so this is, you could just see.
Let's go straw of the week.
Yeah. Okay, so straw of the week. My straw of the week goes to all the institutions of this country. So whether that's social services, whether that's teachers, whether that's the local authority, whether that's the police, yeah? The police, as I like to call them, yeah? NHS. I was just in an NHS meeting yesterday for mental health. The local CCG are now funding a black collective. These are all grassroots, sort of activities which are hopefully going to bring us nearer and closer to equity. We need equity. We need a stake in everything. We cannot opt out. This is the time to opt in and to hold them to account. Hold them to account.
Thank you. And then we had one straw over here. Over here. Yeah, where's, oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she's a runner, she's a track star. She don't get away when she gets home.
Move with his.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi. Hi, I'm Chantal, pronoun she, her. I'm half Ghanaian, half Nigerian from Cambridge.
Hey, she understood the assignment.
Kelechi, I love you. Sorry?
I said you understood the assignment.
I did.
You did.
I did. Kelechi, again, I've said this before, you're my icon. I love you. Thank you for all that you do. You are fearless. Thank you for letting us know that there are plenty of spaces for us to shake things up in the UK. You are the reason why I do what I do, and just thank you. My straw of the week goes to Rishi Sunak.
Yes! Get him!
Disrespect him!
Get him!
Disrespectfully. I'm sure we are all aware of the cost of living increases, the energy bills. Last week, he was called out for having a company, well, his wife having a company in Russia with regards to the ongoing conflict in the Ukraine. I've never seen him stumble back to our purses. Give us back our money. Make sure you are supporting the communities that are suffering. People are having to debate between boiling water to cook for food, to eat, to struggle. People are having leftovers, children. Again, the poverty line has gone below what we've seen before. We were one of the 10 richest countries in the world, according to 2021. We are the sixth, you were saying the sixth richest country in the world. The sixth, United Kingdom is the sixth richest country in the UK.
With food banks.
And we are seeing food banks. We are seeing a 2K increase in MP paychecks, increase on tax and national insurance with nothing to show for it. Why are the potholes not being filled? Why is there not enough work and support for mental health?
Facts.
Why is there not enough support to dismantle the Metropolitan Police, the royal family, and so forth? So Rishi Sunak, if you see this, if you hear this, do something. Give us back our money and increase our paychecks.
Wake
and
it up.
suck your mother.
That was excellent.
Yes. All right, so can we get someone from up there? I love where you position yourself well because you're like, I can go any way. I love that. All right. Yeah, hey, go up.
Hey.
Orange. Yeah.
My name's Sammy. I'm 23. Pronoun she, her. I'm doing jelly. I'm scared. Okay.
You got this.
Everybody did big suck your mums. I only have a little one. So recently, my former boss wrongfully terminated my contract.
Aww.
So I was thinking to myself, this is like, I have to do something. I have to say something. Kelechi would not be okay if I did. So, like, well, you're always gonna be okay, but I feel like I have to do anyway. So, I left some very, well, I'm personally very proud of voice notes on her phone.
Yes. Love that thing. She said I've already been typed, so I might as well.
Yeah. Because I was like, no one's gonna take me for idiot, especially
Big purr.
especially an incompetent, disorganized boss. So, in true Kelechi spirit, I did tell her to suck your mum.
Yes!
So,
Yes!
And I just
I
want
love
everybody to know that, and all the future bosses, suck your mum too if you're a prick.
Yes!
All right, we've got one more.
Yeah, we've got time for one more.
Oh. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, one more at the back. Okay,
more at the back.
So two-hander, one at the back. All right, we'll come
One
in.
at the back.
So,
We'll come back to you,
here
my love.
first. Here first.
Oh, here first. Okay.
Here first. Where's my... Oh,
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Faraha Sani. I am 35 and I'm Nigerian as well. Kelechi, I absolutely love you. My straw goes out to everyone who has migrant heritage who decides to play into this white supremacist hierarchy and thus plays into the game of the Home Office. I also want to fling a straw to all of the Home Office girl bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Theresa
Suck your
May,
mum, pretty.
Amber Rudd. I want to challenge us all as migrants to do better and to use the relative privilege that we have to dismantle as much of this hierarchy as we can.
Yes.
And I just want to say about Kelechi, everyone that I've met here today has something fantastic to say about you.
Thank you.
In my own situation, this woman was sending me emails, was amplifying my work. Every crowdfund that I did in my fight against the Home Office, she was there. Sending me money, making comments. I know that you did not do this only for me. I know that you've done that for all of us. God will bless you, Kelechi.
Amen.
And your happiness makes me happy. Your
Amen.
success makes me so happy.
Thank you.
And I'm watching you, Kelechi, and God is on your side. God
Thank
is
you.
on your side.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to take someone from the
We'll
back
take
of
it
there
from the
'cause they're
back.
ready to fight.
That was a word, a sentence, and a
Making all them
paragraph.
jokes about Chris Rock, they'll come and clamp me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi guys. What was the question order again?
What's your name? What's your age? Where you
it's
from?
me,
What's your
Sid,
pronouns?
Sid, I'm from Birmingham.
Oh, hi, Sid.
Hi, you're right. Yeah, pronouns he, him.
Hey.
Okay. I'm always chatting shit on Clubhouse, but now I'm just got nervous. But anyways.
You provide so much entertainment on Clubhouse, by the way.
I just wanted to give a straw out basically to all the people who've been campaigning for Black Lives Matter, all of these people that are saying, okay, we understand blackness, but when it comes to intersectionality, when it comes to campaigning for black women, when it comes to campaigning for the LGBTQIA plus community, when it comes for things like disabilities, everyone's silent. It's very funny, right? Like you're expecting, like, I don't know, you're expecting everybody else to go and rally for tracksuit tears. You're taking the
Not
piss.
tracksuit tears.
People are fully taking the piss. But at the same time, people just want to, I don't know, they just want to, just a cute little, I don't know, walking down the street, hands holding together. Black women just want to wear their hair in peace. It's fucking ridiculous. And a special straw. I'm not even going to say suck your mum. They should French kiss their mum's uterus for this. Right? Listen.
Thank you. Save that one. Got that one.
It's very funny. Intersectionality is never on the table when it comes to black people. Why is that? So when I'm explaining things like, everyone wants to do their diversity and inclusion in the workplace, and we're talking about misogyny, why you're looking at me like I'm on crack? Is everyone all right? It doesn't make any sense. And another thing as well, a lot of people embarrass themselves, especially when it came around times for like Child Q. Everyone's like, what about my son? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, man. Shut up. Are you fucking, like... And another thing as well, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know when it came to Child Q, where were all the white mums? Because when it comes to
a question.
Because
a question. That really is a question.
Because I also
points were made. Points were made.
Several.
Because, like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. This is just how I speak, innit? Audrey, Audrey.
I know.
Audrey can vouch for me. But yeah, like, no, because it's true though. Because it's actually taking a piss. Because when it comes to jerk chicken dinner and black dick, that they are. It doesn't make no sense. It makes no sense. I'm sorry.
My G. My G.
Wow.
The energy is the same in a real life.
Do you want me to stop?
Wow.
I don't know. People are telling me to stop. I don't know. Oh, keep going. Oh, okay, cool.
Come on.
So, like, and this is another thing.
Bring it home, Sid. Bring it home.
Need on.
I love this for us.
So, like, that's just the point, really. And another thing, when it comes to like black LGBTQIA plus community, like, listen, I don't want to see you lot on tweeting and all them kind of things, especially when you're reading the Argos catalogue more than the Bible this Easter. Like, stop it. Pattern yourself. Pattern yourself. I'm telling you, right? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you, Sid. Wow.
That was like the perfect way to end.
That was, yeah. I mean,
right?
You pretty much covered all my straws.
You really
did. My one quickly, so we can still get out of here on time. We'll be outside. There's posters. If you bought posters, I'll sign them when we get outside. So I'll be doing that bit. Okay. So my straw goes out to
the Met Police. Not again.
It's a straw for them. It's a straw. It's like when I do like a general, just a straw, right? So, Mum has Sarah Everard vigil fine dropped by police after number 10 Partygate scandal. Catherine Bolton, 44, was slapped with a £200 fine for breaking lockdown rules when she was stopped by police officers after the Sarah Everard vigil in Liverpool city centre in March last year. There's a lot happening in that sentence. She was given a £200 fine for breaking lockdown rules when she was stopped by police officers after being at the Sarah Everard vigil. Who else was at the London one? Kate with her thin lips. Behind that mask, right? And she was no mask. Yeah. No mask. I remember because I saw her lips look extra thin. Her lips were extra thin because she was trying to look solemn. So instead of just, she went. She was really there, maskless, just barebacking COVID. She's there. But we were meant to see her and be like, oh my God, she's so brave. Brave. Just there. Be guided. What are you doing? I just thought it was ridiculous because the other girls were getting broke up for being there. And then you were standing there. Like, what did you really think you did there? Did you stop them from dragging up the girl them? Did you do? No? No, you just stood there like a stander. You just stood there. Anyhow. And so I didn't like that. I didn't like there was a different rule for her, a different rule for the other people that were getting dragged up and down by the police, right? But again, that was a moment of reckoning for white women because you was like, do you see? Because we've been telling you, and of course, specifically white middle-class women, because white working-class women have known, sex workers across the board have known that these lot are fucked. They've known. The LGBTQ plus community have known that these lot are fucked. But when everyone was telling you lot, everyone was like, guys, these lot are a bit wild. No, they're here to protect and serve. Honestly, I wish you'd stop being so divisive. When they divided your head top on the ground, what happened there? Then you knew. And so I just thought that was, wild. And the fact that they gave Catherine Bolton a fine, but they were doing and ahhing about the lockdown parties at number 10. And actually, the only reason that she was able to get this fine overturned was because she cited the lockdown parties. And it's only because of this that they had to properly investigate the lockdown parties and start giving them fines. But what was their fine? Hers was how much? How much was her one?
200.
How much was their own? If I slap. If I slap. People who just got a £2,000 raise got a £50 fine. And then Catherine Bolton, 44, doing her thing up in Liverpool, got a £200 fine. I'm not saying too much because at the same time, we know that very real people have been hurt. Like, I'm very careful with what I say because, politicians have been, a specific one, got killed because of people being wild. So I'm very careful about what I say. But at the same time, I really want us to evoke entering the same trouser energy. Let us enter the same trouser. Because you can't leave here today. We will wear that trouser that you're wearing together. You're not going anywhere because this is ridiculous. We have to channel tear singlet energy. Who has ever torn Boris's singlet? Just torn it. Like, no, you're not fighting him. Just tear his singlet. Just naked him in the street. Who's done that? If one person can just naked him in the street, the next time he wants to come and say something wild, I promise you he won't. He will think about it. They're not shook enough. I think that ultimately, I feel like the current party in power, they're not shook enough of us as people. They don't take us seriously enough. Like, he really knew that he was going to bust case. When everyone was like, oh, he has to resign. He was, Dominic Cummings gave you, everything. He was like, look. He even did PowerPoint presentation. He was like, look. Oh, that's terrible. God, I can't believe they had parties when I couldn't go to my grandmother's funeral. So why are you tearing the singlet? So, I was looking at that thinking, if we can be so apathetic even in the face of that, then there isn't much else that we're going to really speak up about. Like children, we had to beg them to feed children during the holidays. And then they gave them one half a cheese. And then the skin of the apple. And said, go wild. Buffet. like, there has to come a point where we go, you know what, actually, this is enough. This is enough. Like, this is wild. So my straw basically goes out to the government as per, goes out to the Met Police, stop wanking in the park, go and do something. Yeah, they can all just suck out forever. I hope that they suck out till they pass out. And yeah, that's pretty much that.
That's pretty much it, guys. Do you know what, yeah?
So, where's Khalil?
Where is Khalil to sing us out?
Hey, have we got a mic for Khalil? Thank you. We're going to have a bit of a dance, then we'll do our outro properly.
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Come through.
Stand in the spotlight, sir.
Thank you for making my podcast what it is, Khalil.
Thank you. Right. Whenever you're ready. Ben's Punani, woman is baby boy, baby girl, you need to hear. You fi sit down, receive this realness. Make sure the cup's ready for the tea, I can sip it raw. Hot and scalding for your long throat. You might learn something you never knew. Kelechi fine, and she's one of a kind. Don't say your mind, say your mind.
Thank you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, y'all have been absolutely sensational. Please give it up and make some noise for the amazing Benz Punani herself, Miss Kelechi Okafor. Thank you so much for everything you do. We love you.
Thank you.
We are not worthy to receive you, but only say the words.
Thank you, Audrey.
My pleasure. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys had a great time. Make some noise for Kevin Morosky. Make some noise for Khalil. Make some noise for the Bloomsbury Theatre. And most importantly, make some noise for yourself.
And make some noise for Audrey. Thank you. So, thank you to everybody that's helped me put this on. Thank you to my incredible PA, Vanessa. Thank you, Annie. Annie, you've been a lifesaver. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Shayo, as I said earlier. Just literally everybody that's come through. Thank you to everybody that's made this a thing. Brent, I love you with all of my heart. Thank you, Brent, for everything. Thank you for, sometimes I just send the podcast files anyhow, and Brent makes it make sense. Thank you so, so much. I just really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. It takes a lot to just be out here. And I said earlier when I was meeting with the patrons that so many people are very uncomfortable and they find it really weird for me to be how I am, just me, right? And every single one of you has embraced me for just being me. And so as much as you feel like you're getting something from me, I'm encouraged to continue because you let me know that it's just okay for me to be me. And when we talk about like childhood wounding and things like that, the little girl in me that went through all of the fuckery and would look at the situation. Thank you.
We love you. We really love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We love you.
So, in true Ras fashion, can I have your phone torches, please?
It's only right.
We have to do Ras, baby. Yeah, put your light. I should have put that on a track list. Put that on a track list. Yes.